Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Dawn of War 2. We are your hosts, the General's Gentlemen, and finale will be our mech today.
Boom! Was that sick or what?
That was sick. The predictions are real. Such TP.
How dare you lie to our audience, Blake? The reason why I knew that was coming is because we started introing this game. We got 10 seconds in and I was like, oh, I should probably log out of Steam. I logged out of Steam and then the new Steam Friends interface was like, hey bro, I heard you want to minimize and blow your computer up for the next 2 minutes. It's like, no, I just want to like go offline. You know how it was really easy to go offline in the old Steam? Well, I just want to do that for a sec. And he's like, nah man, you got to like minimize and juke out for 30 seconds.
This is a way cooler way to do it. See how much better it looks when you go offline like this.
I do appreciate the new Steam though, in terms of its features of the new like Steam Friends. I was really annoyed how with the old Steam you wouldn't have conversation history. So if someone would say something to you and you would close it and you would just forget what they said. It was like Snapchat but not edgy. So I wasn't a fan of it.
Man. Yeah, see, it works with Snapchat exactly right because it is edgy, but yeah, just not at all with Steam. I could do with some chat history. Like, what if Capin's called me a C word more times than like once? I just don't know because I've minimized it. It's Double Scouts from Ruthless at heart, our Force Commander. Who are you focusing on a mech? You don't really care that you're focusing him down?
Not worth.
TP?
I'm calling it.
TP?
It's really not worth though, because he's gonna have to retreat this. He can just capture it back.
Bro, it depends on who types worth in the chat first.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, good engagement here for the... Why? No, just kidding, because there's Storm Boys, rather shooters firing at him, so I misread that one a little bit there. And the tanks are capping up the strat point, so the scouts can't engage very well here. You might be wondering why he sent the tacks, because tacks do capture faster than the scouts, but... Yeah, that was actually a bad engagement there because the Force Commander had to retreat, so couldn't fight.
I'm surprised that Ruthless the Heart even pulled scouts to that engagement because, like, you don't want to engage the shooters without upgrades. Like, no nades, no shotguns, and tries to fight shooters. He could have just capped on the left-hand side and, like, found the power. That probably would have been better, or just sat behind heavy cover. Yeah, it strikes me as a weird engagement, but hey,
well,
good.
It's been a pretty interesting game so far. The tacks are able to force those shooters off. So, when you have two shooters versus one, if you can get into melee with the tacks, that's really good because not only do the tacks just do a lot more melee damage, but it's also when you're in melee, you take less range damage from other squads. So you're not getting the full damage from that second squad. But it was good juking from Final to avoid that melee. But the thing is the tacks are firing at you when they're chasing you down anyway. Mech in the fight now, Mekboy rather, with the upgraded weapon.
Shooters have a bigger pew as well.
Whenever I see this, I really want to start playing The Last Stand again, because I used to always play Mekboy with the big shooter, whatever it's called.
The Daka, of course.
Yeah, big shooter. There was a few loadouts that you could go, but
about Last Stand, so.
the most, I think, consistent was certainly that weapon.
What did I used to play in Last Stand? I don't remember anymore.
You were the Force Commander, were you?
I was, I think so, yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe the Elder.
That sounds right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not sure.
I actually beat that. The problem with The Last Stand is the DLC heroes are so much better. I've played it probably 50 times, maybe even 100 times, leveling up my Mekboy. I had to level him up twice because I think the first playthrough was it was like the original Dow 2 Chaos Rising, and then why would you do that? Why would you build a power generator as there are flamethrowers burning at you?
That doesn't strike
Like, why
me
not
as a
just
smart
wait
move.
the 0.5 seconds until the Assault Marines land? People always do that though.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Maybe they just like losing requisition. Maybe he had too much. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, I enjoy losing requisition. That's why I don't retreat squads. But to finish my story, and then my second, I had to start leveling again as the in Retribution. But then I just bought the Tau Commander, and then I was just playing random, like rather than playing coordinated teams like I used to do with Blake and other people even earlier than that. Before GG, there was a day of me playing The Last Stand. And I was just playing randoms, and all 3 of us played Tower. My Tower guy was like level 3, and we just beat the thing because the Tower commander was just so OP. And presumably the Necron Lord is as well. So they didn't balance it very well, but hey, it's co-op, so balance doesn't matter so much. It's just sort of a shame.
Equip the support structure complete.
Painboy from Finale. Cool. It's been a while since we've seen a Painboy.
Yeah, he has heals and he has a permanent buff. It's a pretty interesting unit. It's like you can choose one of 3 different buff types that you can only use once. I think that's how he works.
Excited to see how this pans out.
My fury knows
Next city run down by the Force Commander. Ah, good play.
He's actually low on energy, so he can't just
You
teleport
can't teleport
forever.
out of this, yeah.
Unlike The Last Stand, where you can't teleport forever.
Ash finds a good engagement.
There's
Here
a
goes
heal.
the Painboy, there's the heal. Good.
Salt Marines are getting low.
It's really good timing. I don't think any sluggers actually dropped, but there's one.
Loses one of those Assault Marine models. Those cost power to reinforce, and there's the double shooters. Could be a dead Force Commander.
Close.
Oh, nice teleport forwards.
25-0, done. He's out.
I think he may have bitch slapped him too to get the
reckon?
killing blow. It looked like he was just about to.
Poke the Dakar in his face, or?
the enemy is capturing one of our
He says to the power node. It doesn't look very green to me. I guess there's a little bit of green there. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, right at the top.
That's what
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
referring to. Filthy green skin. They should have like a different line where it's like, "Fury come to you, power node," in this epic Space Marine voice. I don't know what the actual line was.
I want to hear Space Marine voice actors yelling at inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Like, I would watch that video. I would buy that game. Like, I'd be all over it.
So double shooters, double scouts with shotguns, attack marines, assault marines, and tier 2 for both of our
Yeah,
players.
both teching. This should be a fairly close engagement, actually. If this goes through. Assault Marines could find a nice engagement. Like, the biggest problem is going to be the heal from the Painboy onto one of these sluggers.
Yeah, he's also got to
It's hard
worry.
for the, I don't know what the Assault Marines are going to go for. Like, even if they go for the shooters. Like, I guess Painboy could heal those. We'll see how this goes.
He's also got to worry about his scouts just getting blown up by all the shooters and that Mekboy with the big gun.
Just about to say, like, it's weird that the scouts like haven't been upgraded. But there we go. There's an upgrade, and there's nades just came through.
So I believe the Painboy heal works in the same way the Apothecary does, where the single target heal is actually pretty weak. It only works so well if you heal a squad. So if you're able to focus down the Painboy, then he's not much of a problem. As we saw there, he actually healed himself, but it didn't do much.
strategic location ahead. Initiates, follow me. Oh, easy targets.
So the Mekboy having good VP pressure. We can see the VPs are in the favor of the Orc player.
Yeah, sure. Probably the best play. There's nothing that the mech really wants to 1v1, and it can't really contribute to these engagements very much.
This is where Dawn of War 2 gets interesting, is where the players tech up and they have a bunch of options. Do they go for commander upgrades? Do they go for vehicles? Do they upgrade their attacks? Do they just do whatever they want to do? Do they go the sergeants? We see the sergeants on the scouts. So that's a very important upgrade to keep those scouts alive.
It's cool that everything is tied behind the tech, like across the board, like upgrades and units, and a lot of games is literally just units. Like, you tech and you get extra units, whereas it's a hell of a lot more in Dawn of War 2.
The enemy is capturing one of our strategic points.
Okay, leading the charge with the Painboy. Mekboy very low.
Yeah. It's not looking great. Oh, okay. Shotgun's gonna knock back. Okay. Painboy's gonna try and kite this one out. I don't know why he's in the front. I feel like Finale could have a good engagement here if he just takes one.
Wow, that heal did nothing. Painboy should be able to survive this one. He does have fast regen from that heal. Force Commander's low here, very late with the shotgun blast, but it will be able to save the Force Commander. But now there's the shooters just murdering the scouts. Force Commander getting tickled down from those shooters, and we'll survive that one.
Nade, but
So that's the weakness of scouts, is you just focus them. We actually only lost one scout model, so that was not too bad.
Tax also got a retreat. Also one model drop.
Yeah, that's worse there. I have Razorback a little bit late.
Nice.
If he had that in the fight, it would have been fantastic, because
Yeah, yeah.
the Razorback just blows up the shooters,
Claiming a victory point.
especially the sluggers too. I like how he didn't blow up the cover there by crushing it. You want to keep that alive. Maybe crush the other side. No, don't worry about that, just crush everything.
Crush all the things.
Ever been so mad you just crush your own cover? And then you leave your opponent's cover there? He's obviously not thinking about that, he just wants to get in a good position.
Yeah. It's sort of good. It's a good opportunity to crush all the heavy cover on this side. I mean, we've seen how many games on Eris come down to fights over that central victory point, and the heavy cover tends to matter.
You mean like every game on Caldaris?
That doesn't sound right. No.
Has the upgraded Razorback armor. Tank busters.
Yeah, I got built as soon as the Razorback was shown. So Finale deciding to
Oh, he's-
kind of delay the builds and wait for a counter, which you see here. So
Used his smoke ability. Oh, he's got his laser, what is it? Beamy def gun. Oh, it doesn't quite finish off that power generator, but you don't want to stick around. Teleports forward with that def gun. That's so nasty. He needs to get this one out of dodge. He's already used his smoke ability as well. Maybe another shot.
Oh, no, not quite. It's still in range though, isn't it?
Well, he mustn't
Maybe
have
not.
vision. He has a buff on the Mekboy too, but the Assault Marine's in the fight, doing a lot of damage there. Double knockback, jumping once again. Now we have the grenades or the shotgun blast as an option. Good tank buster barrage, however. The sluggers are getting very low. Painboy still in the fight. Gotta be careful with the Razorback. The lasgun is still shooting.
And they have vision now with the Pain Boy.
Oh, he doesn't retreat it in time, loses the Razorback there. That was with an upgrade. Hits level 2 on that Mekboy. The Force Commander's in the fight still. Doesn't have any upgrades, but he can force these squads away.
That's actually a really good, probably the most clutch thing was the rocket barrage from the tank busters. That was clutch as. Because it knocked the scouts back, did a lot of damage, stopped the shotguns from doing much, and it was before grenades as well. Like, it was a great play.
Oh, that Painboy was wrecking face. I guess he actually has pretty good damage, just not a lot of health. So that ended up being a fantastic trade for Finale, the Orc player. Got that Razorback down and could even lose the Force Command. Wait, he went back to his Daka. That's really clever because he's killed the Razorback, so he has no need for this las
Oh,
gun.
and it's worth because he gets the Force Commander. Big plays. Nice.
It's really nice. So it's you can swap between upgrades for free so long as you unlock them already. Just there's a delay in doing so. So it's really nice to see players make use of that. It is rare though that it actually is worth doing it. A lot of times it's just worth keeping the weapon, but the beamy def gun is one of those weapons that's very situational. Whereas, say a melter gun or a power fist, even if there's no vehicles, they're still pretty good against heroes or just heavy infantry in general.
Yeah, looking towards our VPs, 329 for Ruthless at heart, Finale on 420. With the players going up to tier 3, I'd say Finale in the better position in terms of upgrades, and with the Razorback down from Ruthless to heart.
So the Force Commander may go for the Terminator armor, given that he hasn't got any upgrades.
Yeah.
Additional units have become available, Commander.
He's gonna have to fight in the middle without his Force Commander. Oh, he doesn't land the jump.
Comes well off.
I think he was anticipating the sluggers would charge in. Good knockback though, but he has the buff there, and the Mekboy jumps in using the electric armor. Power melee DPS, so that able to ignore the armor of those Space Marines. Very good use of that ability. Also increases the health, so it makes him a bit harder to focus down. Really good Mekboy play.
Yeah, it's been great so far this game.
We mainly just see
Teleport play's been
Warboss
great too.
as the Orc Commander, so it's nice to see a different Orc Commander used to such a high extent.
You'd say, like, if you've got it down packed, it's just worth going in. Okay, Tempest is going to be harassing power now.
Terminator armor. Wait, what? Choppy infantry. Now that may just be a spectator UI bug, but that tooltip definitely doesn't fit.
No?
Yeah. Kasmack, Kasmack.
Get him, Force Commander. Show him what's up.
Show 'em what's for, lads.
Terminator Force Commander.
Can't save his power. All these power fists, but no power plants,
Force
power
Commander
generators.
laughs at your sluggers. Get out of here. Whoosh.
And if he chases you down with that Storm Bolter, that's a lot of damage.
Can't believe they're gonna try and fight this.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
about
a
that.
Force Commander with Terminator armor. Are you sure?
Going for this. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh. Big
Oh,
heals.
he used his commander ability to hide your boys.
Okay, that was what it was.
But fantastic knockback once again. There is the electric armor, but the Mekboy is actually pretty low. Still doing some amazing damage, though. All these squads are getting shredded down.
Yeah, that was great. Actually, that's what chucked the Force Commander there. I think.
Well, the Force Commander is still pretty much
right.
at
Okay, missed him.
most of his health, but the Assault Marines and the attacks are all low.
Yeah, it was the Assault Marines and Tax. I lost track of the Force Commander icon for a second. But
Yeah. He wouldn't take much damage because he's a single target. Man, that ability would be so strong versus Tyranids with the 8-man squads. But I guess it's
Deploying war gear.
the fact that it's power damage makes it especially good versus Space Marines.
that turns out to be a great decision by Ruthless at heart. That Terminator armor is boss.
Support structure
So that's
complete.
still VP sticking in the favor of Finale during the entire engagement as well. So I'm kind of disappointed that Ruthless at heart didn't look for the capture on the middle while he was doing the engagement.
Go ahead. Upgrade complete. Deployed.
Well, what do they go for from here? Finale must have a bit of cash. Yeah, he's got a lot of power, but seems to be bleeding some requisition. Has lost a lot of models. May want to just go for a looted tank. He can kite the commander out and then just poke him off and make him have to retreat.
Ruthless at heart has some decisions to make because he has to replace all the power, but doesn't have very much rec or power. So
I love this Vanguard veterans, the Assault Marine veterans with those power swords and the Thunder Hammer on that sergeant.
The enemy
I
is
don't know how they fare against knobs. I'm guessing they don't do that well. Or at least they don't win by a small margin. And that is a cloaked up. No detection here. Nades are coming through. This could be a wipe on those sluggers. Fantastic double nade. Gets the killing blow with the K-slap on the Power Fist Commander. So that's the
such a
sluggers
play.
down.
That was really good. Good stuff from Ruthless. Really needed a squad wipe, and he was behind. Needed that squad wipe. Oh, yeah.
Teleports out. It would have probably been a wipe if he didn't get the teleport off in time. Would have got knocked back. So the shooters are what detects. Look, these are both of the stealth detection units, the knobs on that squad. So I'm surprised that worked. We obviously knew there were no shooters in that area.
It looks like Ruthless is actually replacing the power gens. I like that move. I think he has a good composition now, especially after wiping the sluggers, and there's enough time to replace the power, and then go for another unit. Like he's fine. He's in a good spot. Oh no, Thunder Hammer's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, this is so good for those.
Yeah.
Painboy would be great with the knobs especially. Oh, no, I'm a little bit scared there. Surprised he didn't stay in the fight though, given that he also has the Stern Guard veterans.
Look at the Painboy here also.
Well, he's got detection now. Or at least detection in this area. Double knockback maybe?
One more?
Where's the...
Mekboy's dead.
Very
Wait,
late retreat.
22, 10, nice, good, gone. And that should just be a mass retreat from Ruthless Hut. Okay, has to now pull back and defend the power because he's throwing one gen down already and potentially another one. So cannot afford to lose these. That would put him really far behind again.
Killing the Mekboy means he won't lose his base
taking a victory point from
VP
us.
here, otherwise that would have ticked down. Going for the assault cannon. Now that he's killed the sluggers, it opens him up for that assault cannon. He doesn't have to worry about getting caught in melee.
Assault cannon loaded and ready.
Okay, Finale is reacting and he's going for the power. I can't believe this Force Commander is going middle. Like the VPs aren't as important as the power you just invested in. It's such a weird play.
Well, he's pretty low on VPs.
So I don't think it's worth. Oh, okay. Assault Space Marines actually arrived just in time to defend the power. Tank busters are really low. Tank busters are probably dead.
Nice.
Yeah, tank busters are down now. This is great from Ruthless.
Do they have the plasma pistols too? Yeah, they do. So they're even... Wait.
One's a bolter, isn't it? Bolter.
Oh, okay, so there's one...
One plasma pistol, I think. Yeah.
Right.
That's interesting. One Thunder Hammer, one plasma pistol. Haven't exactly raided the armory.
It's a lot of diversity of weaponry. The kind of diversity that we need is diversity of Space Marine war gear. Oh man.
Oh, Thunderhammer timing, it's gonna hit the Painboy.
Finale is just losing so much wreck. He's getting knobs now, but his manpower, his requisition bleed's gonna be nuts. Nate didn't actually get the model there. Because he was healing, I think, still, because it's like a delayed heal.
Went off before the Painboy retreated, so. Okay, and the gens are safe from Ruthless at heart as well. He's starting to get a bit of income. There we go, their income has restarted. Looking great.
Okay, so it doesn't... I thought it was actually going to reduce his melee if he gets the assault cannon. I guess it doesn't.
And he's stern guarded the tax as well. Stern guard tax.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All the bombardment. He gets a Scooter Boy squad. Looks like it was a partial dodge. Maybe a wipe here with them. Yeah, it wipes those shooters. Does lock him out of Terminators, but that's fine because he's going for a Predator. And given that he already has Terminators effectively. He's got Stern Guards,
yes.
He's got Vanguard Veterans, and of course that Terminator Armor Force Commander.
Adding support structure.
Although the assault cannon has so many bullets, it's hitting both.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. Maybe it has like a small amount of splash.
Oh, don't get tied over melee. Come on, Force Commander, you can do it. You can do it. Shot, Force Commander.
Nice. Oh no, this actually doesn't do as much as I thought. He will get it in 2 shots though. Teleports out. Now, I don't think he has retreat with the Terminator armor, so he's got to be careful here.
Should just run, should just run.
Losing a requisition point.
Unless everything responds. Please run.
Oh, he does have retreat. Okay,
Wow,
so I'm
okay.
thinking of the regular Terminator squads.
I didn't think you got retreat actually. I honestly didn't think you got it as the Terminator Force Commander. I thought that was one of the trade-offs, but
Still don't know why he didn't just pull his units in. He had some time. Well, the knobs are going in, but it's 1v everything.
yeah.
So much CC on all of these squads. Double shotguns, Assault Marine jump, has the squad, the sergeant knockback there. So, but still the knobs are just ridiculous. They're able to soak up all this damage. Predators on the field now, and their buffs should have been worn off by now, or they're about to. And he still has that Painboy, so he just can't deal with all this one squad of knobs, despite having his entire army in position. Oh my god! And there's the heal.
Wonder if the Force Commander ditches his assault cannon. Why aren't you dying?
They're just taking
Shooting
no
with a
damage.
tank.
They're not even fully upgraded. They're getting the knob leader now.
Yeah.
Well, he went a little bit too deep, which is a bit of a mistake.
That was a misplay. I don't know. Composition's great from Finale with now the knobs have arrived, so could have just held that middle BP.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to time off the knobs, because that ability they get, it just makes them unkillable. VP is definitely a problem though for Ruthless at heart.
What did he hear? It's claws. It's claw time.
Oh yes, lightning claws. Yeah, that'll definitely help versus the knobs.
Yeah, needs it 100%. Uh-oh, hey boy. £100 down for Ruthless at heart. Finale still going to play the VP game. We'll reclaim the center of this map with the Predator. It actually has a lot of power banked up. Can maybe go for something here, but it has to reinforce, so that's going to blow through the wreck.
Yeah, it's pretty common just in DAO 2 where players do have a power float, but they just can't afford any of those high-tech units. There's one difference between Code 2 and Dawn of War 2 is tanks in Code 2 are very manpower cheap. A Panzer IV is basically the same rec cost as a squad of infantry. It's the fuel that limits your production.
Mech also switches his weapon.
Sternguard's not doing too bad.
I'll be fine here.
Yeah, pops the and they shall know no fear.
Shooters, yo.
Late there with that knob leader. He is very low, may want to retreat, but perhaps not having the option to given the VP situation.
Understood.
Yeah. Can't really lose control over the center of this map. It's a good thing for Finale. He has plenty of time to play with. Should keep playing on time. He's probably lost squads that he didn't need to, so.
The enemy
Okay, he's got
strategic point.
Vanguards, he's got Power Claws on his Force Commander and a Predator and a Devastator, can he 5v1 the Nobs? That is the question. And that is the question that I answer no to every time I play this game.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
Focusing the Painboy would definitely help if you can. Maybe do that with his Commander now. But
Maybe I shouldn't stand this close to the Nobs. But like, there's the heal off again. That's fine. But maybe we should now back off.
well, he's
because-
suppressed, so he can just... Oh no, he ignores suppression. However, he can't ignore knockbacks, so he's more balanced than the Chaos Lord, the Nob squad.
Okay, the 5v1 begins.
Yeah, that was pretty well played. Nice.
Yeah, he gets the retreat. That was about as well played as you could possibly hope for, because the Force Commander, I was going to say, what's the Force Commander doing? It's forcing off every single other one of Finale squads, so that's cool.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Force Commander was doing a lot of damage to those shooters. There's going to be a lot of manpower bleed.
Wow. I'm
or
actually
rather
surprised that
requisition.
the Force Commander didn't look for a melee on the Nobs. Like, that's really close to a model drop. Okay, there's there's still a VP stored here. Guessing the Force Commander.
Whoa, he goes in.
Went in? Are you kidding me?
Just like Blake's League of Legends teammates who played Ezreal,
Hey, they're
he
going
goes
in.
in with his escape ability. Now he has to retreat. Sorry if that gave you PTSD flashbacks.
I don't think it's a very good analogy because the Force Commander's still alive though. So
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
And the Force Commander, like, Ruthless at heart going in doesn't tank your ELO.
yeah,
So.
yeah, it's true. It's good.
Well, here's a Librarian. So, 4 staff. Yeah, it's just a spectator bug.
Also, it doesn't tank my casting experience because it looks like we've finally seen engagement from Finale, and this is without the Force Commander. Here we go.
Well, the Nobs get focused down. The Painboy gonna be able to use his heal, but Salt Marine's jumping in. Fantastic spot on both of those shooter squads. Sluggers are very low. The Devastators aren't within range, and most of these squads aren't firing. Needs to A-move those. Looks like it won't matter though. These Vanguards are just wrecking face here. Even the Librarian's getting in the fight. But he's got to be careful because he can get focused down very quickly.
Yeah, it takes a lot more damage.
A nice sprint out of the fight. Nobs is still healing here. Beamy Def Gun order to counter the Predator, so he backs out.
It's down to 1 model, I think.
Yeah, it's a single hero Nob. You know, he retreats. Painboy's gonna have to retreat through the gauntlet of Space Marines and he gets taken out.
That's nasty.
There's the
There's
GG.
GG.
Wow. I don't know if he was late with the Nob ability. The Nobs just took so much damage and
Well, they weren't full health when they came in because
Right.
they came from base, but Finale was trying to abuse the Force Commander being at base, so because it had to retreat and look for an engagement, which I think was the right play. It just didn't pan out. So,
yeah.
yeah, cool game.
So
10 out of 10, great decision with Terminator armor.
yeah, that was well played.
Yeah.
Definitely. And Finale would have been okay if he just didn't keep losing so many models, because then he would have been able to go for his own tank or maybe even double Nobs. But as it was, he just kind of kept maybe overextending and getting a lot of models dropped on those shooters, and that just mean that he couldn't go for a second tier 3 unit, which he needed. So GG, well played. Thank you for watching. We are the General's Gentlemen. Subscribe for more RTS shoutcasts, and if you do enjoy what we're doing, then you can back us on Patreon.
Certainly appreciate that. Keep on casting the Dawn of War 2. It's a cool game.